Look how close I am to this pelican. Oh my goodness, he's right there. Let's see how close we can get. I don't want him to fly away, but I do want to get as close as possible. This is Pigeon Key and the Florida Keys. If you are into history or biology or sea grapes, swimming, snorkeling, anything, you need to come visit Pigeon Key. This place is filled with history, sea life. It's a beautiful excursion. Only $25 for a train ride. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share this video for us. It helps us out tremendously.
Taking my chances along with my dreams.
Yes.
Alright, so these are your stickers. Get on the train. All the way to sign. That was very good. You need to put that on your shirt.
Okay.
Shows everybody that you paid, and when you get to the island, people will know that you're train riders.
Okay.
I'm going to be the train driver.
Okay.
Oh, yay.
You guys are welcome. You're the only one riding out today, so you got the VIP tour, VIP train ride. You're welcome to sit anywhere you like. I'm going to put my bag down.
We can sit in first class?
You can sit first class.
Cool.
We got this one probably about 3 weeks ago. It is a custom-made train on a Jeep Wrangler chassis.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yes. And so it took us about 2 years to get it done. But now she's here in all her glory. My name is Julie. I'm going to be your train driver today, as I said a few minutes ago. It's going to take us about 15 minutes to get out to the island.
Okay.
When we leave here, we will be going on the highway for a short distance, and we'll get up to around 25, 26, maybe a little faster. So hats and sunglasses, anything that might blow out, you guys hang on to that. Nobody wants that flying out, and if it does, I can't stop to retrieve it. Nobody wants to lose a hat today.
Yeah.
When we get to the bridge parking lot, I will have to stop the train to remove a barrier. That barrier keeps everybody out, but gives us access to the 2-mile stretch of the old 7-mile bridge.
Okay.
And we'll travel across the bridge, down on the ramp, and onto the island. CT will be your tour guide today, and then the lovely Barbara is working in the gift shop, and she will facilitate all of the ladies' shopping needs.
Perfect.
I do have 2 very important safety things that I must ask of you. Please stay seated while the train is in motion, and if at all possible, please keep your arms and legs and hands and stuff inside these yellow railings. I'm sure you're going to want to take videos and pictures of the water because it's a beautiful day. And you are welcome to do so. Just try to keep your digits and arms in here. There is some spalling or cracking of the asphalt that's going on top of the bridge. So I have a lovely obstacle course that I must drive around. And a couple of those times I will get rather close to the guardrails on the bridge. So that's another reason why we want you to keep your, nobody needs to lose an arm today. Not today. I don't need that in my life. Does anybody have any questions?
No, I think we're
Are you guys
good.
ready to go?
We're ready.
All right, let's go.
Woohoo! Thank you, Julie. And we're off on the main road.
It's always an extra treat to be exploring with family, and we were so grateful to have my brother and sister-in-law spending a few days with us down in the Keys and exploring. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share with a friend, and visit the Keys.
So cute. We're coming.
There's actually 3 ways to visit Pigeon Key. You can bike to Pigeon Key, you can walk, or you can take the train. Of course, we opted for the train because of the adventure, and this was so cool. We loved every minute of it. With the train, it was $25, but if you walk or bike there, I believe it's only $15 for the tour of Pigeon Key.
Yeah. Yeah, that breaks away right there. Oh man, those are easy access. Friday on. Yeah, Friday on. You see, with the low tide morning, that's what we smell like. Yeah. The rocks and stuff. We didn't do it.
No fault.
So I will be back to get you guys at around 2:50, and we'll leave from the island at 3.
Okay.
Have fun, you guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, this is what is called a section gang house. And that's railroading for barracks. When Henry Flagler decided to build the railroad that went to sea, Flagler's folly couldn't be done. Then he did it anyway. It became the 8th wonder of the world. Go figure. You know. He did not start at that end and go to this end. He started everywhere at once. There were 82 work camps up and down the Keys. This was one of the largest. It's the only one that's left. Now, it would not have looked like this in the day. It would not have been painted inside or out. We paint it today for the simple reason that it's over 100 years old. We're trying to keep it alive. As best
This
we
is
can.
over 100, this one? Wow.
Yeah.
So this is the original.
This is the original floor.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing? It's
That
Dade County fine. Yeah.
Wow.
So, this building was actually prefabbed up in St. Augustine. As you can see, it's bolted together, which is probably a big reason why it's still here after all the hurricanes. Very simple construction. And the walls don't even go all the way to the top. They're for airflow. They had the audacity to call that comfort conditioning. Love it. Had a big, imagine there were 64 men in here. Had to be hotter than blazes, could you imagine? Pre-air conditioning, pre-deodorant.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, this had to be really, really rough. Between 1908 and 1912, there were never less than 400 men on this island. They were usually about 4 1/4. So if you do the math really quick, we had 4 of these buildings, not enough.
Yeah.
So the field over there was full of 10-man tents on 4-foot platforms. Could you absolutely imagine how awful that was? Totally awful. Now the men who built the railroad were not from here on the whole. There was a good population in Key West, but the rest of the Keys, men, women, and children, about 1,000. They were fishermen and farmers. They didn't want to build a railroad. Couldn't care less. So the company had to go up to the New York and Philadelphia area. They would contract with agencies who sent men down. They got $2 for every man they recruited and sent down. The men got $1.50 a day. That's for a 10-hour workday. 6-day work week. Room and board, of course, because there was nowhere else to go. You know, that's pretty much it. You had to provide that. They did have a big perk, though. They had all the fresh water they wanted to drink for free. How's that? We're signing up right there. So the guys had they signed up usually for a year or 2, depending on what they did and what the company needed, but they could leave at any time. The reason the men tried to stick it out was if they stayed to the end of their time, then the company paid their way home, even if home was overseas. So it was a good deal if they could do it. The men who left usually did not leave because of the heat or the hard work. They left because of the bugs. The bugs would drive them mad. So the men who stayed very often re-upped. And we had men that were here for almost the entire time that the railroad was being built. They started in '05, got here in '08, and finished in '12. So I love the idea that these guys came down here and, of course, left family and everybody behind. It was more like a little military situation where guys were just down here by themselves. Henry did not allow women here at all, and he also did not allow alcohol. Okay. Imagine 400 men and alcohol. Not good. So he had a night watchman, and he was told that if the booze boats try to sneak in here to sell hooch to the guys, let them know they can't land. And if they persist, just fire a shot over their head. And if they still persist, just throw a stick of dynamite at them.
Okay.
But I am not having alcohol on this island. That is it. So the men were treated very well. They ate very well. Henry was somewhat of a germaphobe, so he made sure he kept them very healthy. All of these very simple sliding windows would be screened. He brought down the very best food that he could bring down for them. The kitchen was kept absolutely immaculate. They made sure that the food was well handled, well processed. After that, it was well served and well preserved again. Henry was a real stickler for pure water. People died of bad water back then. I have looked and looked and looked into his background, and he was so adamant about it. I almost get the feeling that he knew someone that had died of it. Haven't been able to find anything about that yet, but I mean, that was a real big thing with him. So, 2 big Cypress tanks. When this was going full tilt boogie, and they had 82 work camps, pretty much all working at the same time, that was about 4,000 men. And they had to bring down water, not only for the men, for washing, drinking, eating, cooking. They also needed the water, of course, for the cement on the bridges. But they also needed the water because every piece of machinery was steam driven. So that is right. So every month, they had to bring down 4.5 million gallons of water. Every month. Crazy. To me, that's like building the pyramids right there. I mean, nuts. So one of the biggest problems forever, and will be forever in the Keys, is fresh water. We don't have it. It's just that simple. So Henry made sure that the men had plenty to drink and kept them as hydrated as he could. He also, as I said, was a real stickler on flies and such as that. He really hated flies. He had a big thing about that. No women on the island. And every morning when the men would go to have breakfast, of course, away in the dining hall, after they had breakfast, they would be put on little work boats and they would take it to wherever they were going to work that day. And the island would pretty much be empty. So once a week, every week, once a week, when all the men were gone, the company would bring in a whole fleet of laundresses. They would strip 400 plus beds. They would disinfect all of the mattresses. They would put clean linens back on. That wasn't done. I mean, even at home, people didn't do it that often because we're talking washboards and wash tubs. Yeah. So it kept the men from having any insect-borne diseases. They kept them a little healthier. Panama Canal, of course, was having a lot of health issues. We never did. Part of that was luck, just plain and simple. But part of it was also Henry being very, very careful that his men had the best care that he could give them. Henry was a good enough businessman to know his success depended on his men. So these are all really sweet memories of a lot of sweet kids. If you know any educators who want to send anybody down, just go on our website or put you in touch with Callie, she's the one who taught me, and she's the education coordinator. And the kids have a ball. They absolutely do. Teachers have even more fun, let me tell you. But it's really nice having the kids here. And one of the very sweet things that I've had happen a few times is I'll have a tour and I'll have a 20-something on it, and he'll say, just got my marine biology degree. I was here 10 years ago, you know. So, yeah, that was the big hurricane that hit Almirada, the Labor Day hurricane. We have a picture of some of the stuff in there. It was pretty horrific, but it was very small. It was the lowest barometric pressure ever in this hemisphere, 26.32, which is pretty crazy.
Category 5 or up.
Or whatever, it may have been higher than that. They didn't do that back then. 200 mile an hour sustained winds, higher gusts. What does that mean? It's crazy. It's like a tornado, except it's a hurricane. But I don't know if it was small because it was so powerful, or if it was so powerful because it was so small. I don't know which came first. But when it hit down there, it was devastating. They didn't get much here, believe it or not. Not that far away. And this actually was used as a rescue station. People that were hurt or injured, or bodies that had to be. Many, and I'll never know how many, because that was not railway workers. The railway was long done. And what they were doing is putting in automobile roads. And the automobile roads were being put in by the World War I bonus vets who were not getting their bonus. So they marched on Washington. Washington does not like people marching on it. They figure out a way to get them out of there. So they formed this thing. It's kind of the predecessor to the WPA. And they sent the guys down here to build the automobile roads. But when they came down, unlike these guys, they came down with families. They were living in tents and shanties. Nobody knows how many people there were. It was horrific. On your way driving out of the Keys, stop at mile marker 81. That's where the Hurricane Memorial is. It's right on the side of the road. You'll see it right there. And just kind of pull over, and when you get out and you look at it, and you think, okay, it's not much, but it's nice that they did a memorial. And then you realize you're standing on a mass grave.
Whoa.
And this monolith that's up there, by the way, the wind is in the wrong direction. They show it going that way, it should be wrong. But anyway, the little monolith that's there, it actually shows how high the water was. 18 feet.
Whoa.
So if you can stand there on a mass grave and look up and realize that all of that was water over you, and you don't get goosebumps, you're better than me. You know.
What was the name of the hurricane?
They didn't name them back then.
Oh, okay.
They didn't name them until the 50s. And what they would do is they would just kind of attach it to something that happened, whatever. This was Labor Day weekend. So it became known as the Labor Day Hurricane, or
1935?
35. You know, or the big one.
The big one. And that's what destroyed the railway.
Yeah.
They didn't all fix it back after that, I don't think, right?
Well, I usually don't tell people this, but yes, they did. Okay, for all intents and purposes, that was it. That was the end of it. It was a depression. They were not going to rebuild it. They were in receivership already. That was it. Let it go. In reality, what happened is they did get it running again. It never carried passengers. It never carried freight. But they were at mile marker 81. They had a lot of expensive rolling stock and stuff down here they had to get. Because, I mean, you know, they still had the whole East Coast railway that they were a part of. So they did come down. I usually don't tell people that because it confuses them. You know, and then they're saying, "Oh yeah, I was running again. There were people all over it," and not. But they did come down. Imagine how 81 miles of equipment. It had to be hundreds and millions of dollars. You know, it just had to be an absolute fool. And knocked out all those mangroves. We had many, many more. You couldn't even see the ocean. You couldn't see anything. And I took those all up to the Everglades with them. And it knocked these two buildings off their foundations. Luckily, they both fell into trees, so they didn't go all the way down because we had 3 to 4 foot of water over the whole island. So,
Hurricane Irma.
amazingly-
Irma, that was.
Yeah, amazingly little damage to the buildings. We had damage, but I was expecting splinters, you know, so this was really... when Henry decided to build this, a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, he was 75 years old.
Good for him.
Old back then.
A man
Wow.
who was born in 1830, as he was in upstate New York, he had a life expectancy of 44 years. 75, he starts this project. Isn't that insane?
Wow.
The other thing that's crazy is he didn't take any partners and he didn't sell any shares. This is the largest engineering project anywhere in the world ever done by one person.
Wow.
Okay. As to me, that's as amazing as the engineering itself.
Yeah.
You know. Now, Henry, he didn't have a whole bunch of paperwork because he didn't have to answer to anybody. He also cleverly died the year that income tax came in. Henry did not miss a trick, let me tell you. So it took a while for the guys to figure it out, but they finally came up with a figure of between 50 and $60 million. Wow. Now, in today's money, that would be over $1 billion. Just
Wow.
reached in his pocket, pulled it out, build a railroad. Have rails on the side. That's what they did with them. And then they paved it, and curb to curb, a magnificent 22 feet. Okay, 2 lanes of traffic. So if you were in a car and a car was coming the other way, you both carefully got out of the way. It was fine. But suppose somebody was towing a boat, or you had a bus come down.
RV.
So then you would go as far to the side as you could. You probably scuffing your tires on the curb, and you still lost your mirror. That was it. Even if it was folded in, you lost it.
So there's fruit on Pigeon Key. Sea grapes. Oh, and these are big one. Oh, here's a ripe one. See? Yum. Yeah. Oh my
We've got a little
goodness.
bit of shade here.
Can we pick grapes?
Oh, yes, these are called sea grapes. They're not grapes.
Yeah.
They are edible, as you can see. I got stains on me.
We love them.
Yeah,
I
cigarette.
love them too. Yesterday,
These are
I had
good.
a man who was here on the tour. He was from Cuba, and in fact, did not speak very much English yet. So his wife had to translate. It was a really strange tour. You know, he got so excited when he saw these. He gave me their Cuban name, which I will never remember. It's that long. They used to make wine out of it.
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't that be nice? It would be very nice.
These are
today-
delicious.
Handsome guy. Look at that mustache. I'm pretty sure that he's the guy on the Monopoly set. As he should be. It was because of him they brought in all the anti-monopoly stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's him. This is us in 1909. Pretty grim, huh? This is the building we were walking in before sitting in. These other 3 were taken apart to make these buildings. These are the dining halls, also gone. Look at those 4 chimneys with the kitchen.
Wow.
I love when they took this picture that over here there's a 4-masted schooner offshore. Engineers building, work downstairs and upstairs. And here is one of the outhouses. We're in a little camper while we're building the house, and I was up all night watching on TV, you know, see what was going on. And 31 years. I'm getting way too old. And so it goes.
So interesting. Oh, that's cool. Do you have a relative that lived here?
Yeah, that is very cool. This is one of my favorite pictures here. This is one of the ties, and they had to put an extra chisel in it so that it wouldn't rock when it was over water, not land.
Oh my goodness.
And so this was, you know, creosote and everything. Look at this. Bare
Wow.
feet. Bare feet.
The history and engineering of the 7 Mile Bridge. So fascinating. Hello.
We have some honeymooners.
Hi. Hi. Ah, there you are. Hello. So this is what I tried to do it with a dry leaf, but that was crumbling, so I had to use the yeah. Well, you have a lot of stuff in here. Sharks, how cute. Oh, what's that fish? I thought so. I saw those out by the dry tortugas yesterday.
Look how fast he is.
Whoa, he's fast.
There you go. Anybody want some fish to
And then the Goliaths are right at the bottom right here.
The Goliath?
The 3 Goliath grouper. He'll come up and just drop it straight down right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
We got 3 of them. So he'll come up.
Whoa. Oh, wow. How cool. Well, let me get some more fish, please.
So fast.
Can I get like a few? Oh, pizza?
Get whatever you like. You having any luck with that moray?
That'll come up. The big ones. The big Goliath
you go.
is right at the bottom right
Woo!
Here you go.
Do that again. Do that again. Oh, there's the big. Look, honey, see the big grouper down there? Look. He's coming up. He's under the moray eel and the shark right there. You can see him. He came up a little bit and then he went back down. Whoa.
Got it.
Oh yeah, he's right there. Look, honey, see him? The grouper, look. The grouper right under the shark. Do you feed them once a day?
Usually.
Hey, Mr. Pelican. This is so gorgeous out here. Nice breeze blowing. Wow, wow, wow. Just beautiful.
The other one we had didn't have air conditioning. It was miserable.
That is so cool. Julie, thank you so much. This was absolutely awesome. You have a special place here.
It is very beautiful.
Yes,
very
it
special.
is. So cool. There's an RV going over the bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of complicated.
Picture something. Hopefully the tank is good.
Yeah, well, can't help that. When we came out, I said I want to go down to the tiki bar and then be the tiki bar and then the tiki boat. I didn't go in. It has like big doors. I mean, like a garage door.
You should get a wine and beer license permit, right? Sit there and have some beers and get some beers. Yeah.
I had to hold on to your hot TikTok, right?
That's it. All right, take it off.